Good morning, everyone. Today I would like to provide a video recording for the step-by-step tutorial for CA2. The project is for big data platforms. So the basic requirements for this project is to demonstrate the steps required how to provision a Hadoop cluster on a cloud-based platform. So for this project, I will use the Amazon Web Services platform for this project. So for the basic requirements, I also need to demonstrate how to execute a Hive script and a Pig script coordinated by a Oozie job on the AWS platform. So to start off, step 1, I must prepare 5 files required for this project. So in this case, I have 5 files because I prepared 2 Hive scripts. One is for database and table, and another Hive script for the transformation of the web log, and then a Pig script for processing the weather data. Other than this Hive and Pig script, I also provided the workflow.xml file and the job properties files required for Oozie. Now I will provide a brief description for the Hive script for the database and table. Now this Hive script is very similar to what we have used previously, but the changes I need to make, or the update I need to make to this file, is to ensure that the location indicated in these files is in sync with what I shall create for the S3 cloud directories. So over here, I've done a screenshot for the required file directories over here on S3. So I need to ensure that this information is in sync. So for the next step is to briefly talk about the Hive script for the transformation. So again, I have updated these files in accordance to where I locate the data files on the S3. So in step 4 is the Pig script. So over here is a Pig script. So again, I need to update the file's location. So I've also indicated 2 lines here to register these 2 commands, which must be done in order to run the Pig job, Pig script on the Amazon Web Services platform. So the execution done in the Pig script itself, I will not talk about it because this is what they have done previously. The running of the Hive script and the Pig script is just to demonstrate that it's possible to run this job on the AWS. So the next step is the Oozie workflow. So this Oozie workflow is a very simplified workflow. Basically, you just call on the Hive job, and then once it's finished, it will call on the next Hive job, and then eventually it will call on the Pig job. So there's actually not very complicated. So the fifth file that to be prepared is the job properties file. So the DNS information of the running cluster must be captured in this file in order for it to be run properly. So after preparing the 5 files, the next step which I want to describe is to set up the S3 bucket and the data preparation. In the project requirements, I need to set up the files with certain names as captured over here. So in this screenshot, I've demonstrated that I've created 3 directories on the S3 platform. Temp, weblogs, weather, weblogs, and subsequently, I've also uploaded the data files into this directory on the Amazon S3 platform. So in these 2 steps, I've created the data onto the AWS S3 platform. So the next step over here is to set up the cluster to run this file. To take note that for these files, in the default setting, we not support all the application as required. So we have to specifically click on the options required to support this project. In this case, I've specifically clicked on the Pig Oozie and the H catalog. So the next step is for the security options. So over here, I'm basically reusing the key that was already created when I'm doing the lab 8. So after this step, I shall click on the create cluster, and this screenshot over here shows what happens when I'm creating the cluster. So initially it is starting, indicated by this. Then after about 10 minutes, it will be started and the status will have changed to running. So over here, I've noted down the DNS of this cluster because I need this information for updating the Oozie workflow file as well as the job properties file. Now before doing the Oozie workflow job, I still need to transfer the required files that I've prepared on my local PC onto the Linux file system folder. So using this SSH is something like a file interface with drag and drop feature. Basically, I've created this directory on the Linux for Oozie jobs, indicated by this tab over here. And then I've click and drop and transfer the five files from the local PC to the Linux file system. The next step is to create a directory on the HDFS. I will call it Oozie jobs, and I now need to transfer the 5 files from the Linux file system to the HDFS. In order to do that, I will need to have a PuTTY terminal. I've used the command Ctrl P to start a PuTTY terminal. And the next step is that I shall create the directory on the HDFS. This command will allow me to create this directory that I require, and then I will run this command over here to copy over the files. So this screenshot shows that I've successfully copied 5 files over. So these 5 files now resides on the Hadoop HDFS directory. Now, in order to support running of pig jobs in AWS, I need to copy another 2 files. So running these 2 command over here, I've created a directory called lib directory under the Oozie jobs, and then I run these 2 commands to execute the copying of these 2 files. So this screenshot shows that I've successfully copied these 2 files over to the required directory. So now I've copied over all the files. I'm now ready to start running the Oozie job. So I will run these 2 commands to start the running of the Oozie job. So after the Oozie job is running, I will receive a job information. I will capture this job information, and then I can use it to monitor the job using this command over here. So after the successful running of the job, I will check the status that the Hive table is correct by using this command over here. So by doing this step, I will show the data inside the directory, whether it's correct or not. So with the following steps, I've demonstrated the objective of running a pig job and a Hive job on the Amazon Web Services S3 Cloud, coordinated by using the Oozie workflow is demonstrated. And the objective of storing the data on the S3 Cloud is also demonstrated. So with this, I conclude this video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.